Something strange is going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African school for girls. It started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing from the school. According to these rumors, several students from
a couple of pets as well, a dog and a cat with interesting names, to say the least.
Yeah. That's Oprah.
That's Oprah. Okay. The Oprah, and your cat's name is?
And Gail.
Gail, okay, Gail.
Yeah, so why am I hearing that Oprah had a school for girls and all of them went missing?
Oprah did what 50 Cent just stepped in and called out Oprah Winfrey, claiming she's even worse than Diddy. According to him, Oprah has allegedly sacrificed the careers of black actors in Hollywood to maintain her own position at the top, and that shady all-girls school she opened in Africa, hundreds of students reportedly went missing after raising abuse allegations, and human remains were allegedly found on the premises. So what? Truth and what's rumor? Unless you've been living under a rock, you know. Oprah reportedly hates 50 Cent, not just disliking him but actively working against him since the start of his career. When 50 Cent was rising in the industry, he wanted an interview with Oprah to help reshape his image from ex-substance dealer in Jamaica, Queens to successful rapper. Oprah, however, reportedly didn't want anything to do with it. She didn't like 50 as a person or his music. True to form, 50 Cent didn't let it slide. He slammed Oprah, accusing her of catering to older white women, literally calling her an Oreo black on the outside, white inside. He said, "I think she caters to older white women. Oprah's audience is my audience's parents, so I could care less about Oprah or her show. She was completely against everything that was in my music, so she ain't never going to have me on that show. I'm never going to reach that platform, which is confirmation of you being a huge success. So I just said, okay, if we can't be friends, then at least let be enemies. I'm actually better off having friction with her." Eventually the interview did happen, but not because Oprah wanted it. She was allegedly pushed by industry players, since 50 Cent was one of the hottest rappers at the time, and bringing him on her show would boost her ratings. Right after 50 Cent, Ludacris also spoke out, calling
meal for him. When he was growing up, its favorite food was pork and beans and Franks. Really? You still like them?
Yeah. It was the fastest.
Calling Oprah out for setting him up. The story goes that he appeared on her show to promote his movie Crash alongside the cast, but during the interview Oprah hardly asked about the film, and instead focused on pressing him about his use of the N-word in his music. Keep in mind, the whole point of his appearance was to promote the movie, but Oprah reportedly had a different agenda. As if that wasn't enough, she reportedly edited parts of Ludacris' response to make him
about, I was there for a Crash for the movie. Yeah. And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash. And so I didn't necessarily felt like that needed to be said. You didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my music.
Appear illiterate. Essentially, she used him as a scapegoat to reinforce the stereotypes her predominantly white audience held about black people, all to earn approval. According to critics, she didn't care about damaging another black artist's career, as long as her own reputation remained untarnished. Then there's Dave Chappelle. Oprah
able to say what she said, and then I had my rebuttal, and when I saw the final show, her comments were in there.
Right, was in there, but yours wasn't in there.
And mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it. Wow. Like it was just quiet and didn't say that.
Reportedly tried to corner him into admitting to substance misuse. The story goes that Dave appeared on her show after turning down a $50 million deal with Comedy Central, a deal so reportedly bad that some allege there were even threats to his life if he refused to stay safe. He allegedly fled to South Africa to lay low, but when he recounted the experience to Oprah, she reportedly kept interrupting him, pressuring him to acknowledge false allegations about himself. Oh honey, it doesn't end there. Taraji and Monique.
That you had become increasingly paranoid. Would you say you were paranoid?
Sure. First of all, what is a black man without his paranoia attack? You might win $100 in a poker game and be on the subway. You're gonna look over your shoulder. They just said in everything I had $50 million. That's like making me a marked man.
So did you go to a psychiatric hospital?
In South Africa?
Yeah.
Who? It's me. I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, like, you know.
But you were stressed out. That's
There's
why.
no question.
Yeah.
But it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind.
Both had difficult experiences with Oprah, and they were shockingly similar. When Taraji spoke out against Oprah, people couldn't help but recall Monique's story. In 2023, Taraji stirred the internet by revealing that Oprah had underpaid her for the color purple. She later appeared on an interview with Oprah's close friend Gayle King and disclosed that she was even considering quitting acting altogether. But while Taraji was clearly in distress, Gayle reportedly made light of her pain, gaslighting her on air. As mentioned, Gayle is besties with Oprah, so it's no surprise she wasn't about to let Taraji expose Oprah on her show. As all this drama unfolded, 50 Cent jumped in by reposting an article about the situation with the caption, "They dropped the ball, F them Taraji, am ready to work, let's get it what Taraji."
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, "You work a lot."
Yeah.
I'll have to. The math ain't mathing. Tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, like, enough is enough.
Taraji didn't realize at the time was that going up against Oprah was never really a fair fight. She could have learned that by asking Monique for years. Monique has openly criticized Oprah and Tyler Perry, claiming they blackballed her after she refused to do press for the movie Precious. Despite being paid only $50,000 for the film, they reportedly expected her to cover her own flights and hotels out of that same paycheck. While Monique was speaking out about her struggles, 50 Cent was one of the few publicly supporting her. He shared a photo of her on Instagram, writing all in favor of Monique being back on top. Say, "Make it happen, 50 style."
What is that black dick connected to? That black man? So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed. By some black who had no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Mr. Tyler Perry. Thank you, Miss Oprah Winfrey. No, baby, I wasn't blackballed. I was up by some who had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too fucking much. It would me not to say the real shit. It would me not to say the real shit. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my if I had money.
Stop effing around. I went to see her stand-up show during Super Bowl weekend. It was incredible. She had me in a trance. You've got to check her out. He later posted again, demanding that Tyler Perry and Oprah apologize to Monique, insisting he was ready to help her reclaim her career. 50 Cent made it clear that Oprah and Tyler's influence shouldn't continue to harm Monique's career, saying the time for apologies was now because he was going to put her back on. Beyond these issues, 50 Cent also highlighted Oprah's alleged connections to Harvey Weinstein and her controversial all-girls school, which has been linked to numerous troubling stories. Oprah and Harvey were reportedly close, attending red carpets and collaborating on projects, essentially a Hollywood power duo without romance. Yet when Weinstein's abuses came to light, Oprah claimed she knew nothing of his actions, even though many of the women and minors he allegedly exploited were present at parties she attended. Critics argue it strains credibility to believe she was completely unaware. Then there's the boarding school Oprah built in South Africa. When it opened in 2007, the dorm matron Virginia Tiny Makopo was charged with 13 counts of sexual and physical abuse involving 6 students. Reports alleged she engaged in inappropriate behavior with them. Oprah reportedly flew to South Africa.
He has a story. Everybody has a story. And so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
Africa to apologize apologize in person and dismiss the headmistress, but many believe her actions were more about PR than real accountability. Although Oprah promised changes, nothing seemed to improve. In fact, things reportedly worsened. By 2011, one student secretly gave birth, hiding her pregnancy, and the baby was allegedly found in her bag, sparking wild speculation that it was connected to supposed voodoo ritual. As usual, people had strong opinions. One person wrote Oprah was besties with Epstein. She's been to the island. The girls are probably being used. We need to do something about it. Another said Oprah has been an issue for years. The black community needs to stop supporting.
Something strange is going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African School for Girls.
Go look and see what happened to them girls.
So Oprah opened the school all the way back in 2007. And since the school's opening, it has been marred with many different controversies. You see, shortly after the school opened, a matron of the school was charged with touching several of the girls in a very inappropriate manner. When the crime eventually came to light, Oprah herself went to fire the school's headmistress. Then, in another incident that happened in 2011, law enforcement investigated the body of a newborn that was found in one of the students' bags. Apparently, one of the girls at the school gave birth, but there were no charges filed against her after this incident. There were also other scandals the school was involved in, like in 2009 when 7 students were suspended for harassing their classmates. And now there's a new scandal that the school is known for, as many people online have started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing from the school. According to these rumors, several students from the school have gone missing. But as of right now, nobody is sure why these rumors have started, as there is currently no news reporting that there have been missing girls at Oprah's school.
Reporting someone just because their black character matters. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about everything 50 Cent said regarding Oprah? Do you believe she had any involvement in the disappearance of those missing girls from her school? Share your